Today we are taking you on a driving tour from Destin, Florida, all the way to Fort Walton Beach, Florida, so you can see the actual timeline of what it looks like to make that drive in case you were coming down here to visit or, of course, to live. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. What is going on? It is Andrew and
AJ.
Oh, thank you for that little joke, too. It's exciting. And we're with the Emerald Group right here on the beautiful Emerald Coast. We are servicing everything from Pensacola to Panama City Beach, and all of the little cities in between and to the north. So if you are interested in learning everything there is to know about the beautiful Emerald Coast, you've come to the right place. But you are going to have to make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then you're going to have to just tickle that little bell, turn it blue, so that you'll be notified every single time we do a new video.
We have been getting calls, texts, emails, Facebook messages, comments on our videos, all the above, and we absolutely love it. Seriously, we look at you guys like friends of ours. It is such an honor when you give us a call and you do get to talk to us. Like, we love you guys, and it's the most amazing feeling when you call us and you're like, oh my God, AJ! Like,
Is that how they sound?
Yeah, that's how
so
they
exciting.
sound. It's awesome. It is. It's really, really awesome. I get super excited about it. Every time I hear I've got a phone call like waiting for me. It's the best, exciting. Right? So we're real people and we're just as excited to hear from you as you are to talk to us. So please, if you have questions about moving to the area, give us a call. We absolutely love it. Oh, and if you're going to, all of our contact information is on the screen for you to make it super easy.
Nice and easy. You don't have to Google us or anything like that. It's right here. Right there. Or there. I don't remember. It's like... Anyway, let's go ahead and get into our driving tour. All right, as we're taking you guys through this driving tour, we decided we're just going to talk about some of our favorite spots out here. This is sort of a, just like a little quick insight video for just this drive in case you're like, hey, I really love Destin, but I don't like the prices in Destin, so maybe I want to live over here in Fort Walton Beach or one of the surrounding areas. It's just going to show you what that drive looks like. It is not that bad generally. I know a lot of people complain about the traffic here in our area, but as you'll see, it is not bad most of the time, every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit of a headache, but not always. And you get to cross over the bridge, which you're going to see here in the video, and it's so beautiful. Like, I never get sick of seeing the view over the Destin Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and it doesn't matter which side we're driving on.
Yeah.
So on one side, when you're looking southbound, you have the East Pass, which is beautiful, of course, because that's the Gulf of Mexico. And then on the other side, we've got Crab Island, which is, of course, very popular in our area. And I believe the day that we went out to shoot this, there was not as many boats and stuff out there. I can't quite remember.
I don't think it was as busy as it usually is.
So it just kind of varies, just depending. You come out here on like Memorial Day weekend or 4th of July or something,
God.
And you almost don't even see water at this point. There's just so many boats out there. So super
Nothing
cool
but
there.
bikinis.
So some of our our favorite things on Okaloosa Island. AJ, what you got?
Ooh, definitely, like, obviously the beaches. Like, our favorite beaches, from Destin all the way to Navarre, we already agreed we're on Okaloosa Island, so I absolutely love those beaches.
My favorite thing about those beaches, before we move on from that though, for those of you that are curious about like which area might be more interesting to you, is they are a little bit less crowded than most beaches in our area. Navarre kind of a close second, but Navarre's got the high rises just like Destin and everything else. You've got more people crammed in one area. With Okaloosa Island, you're limited to 75 feet on the buildings, which means 7 floors is the highest you can have. So you're not having as many people crammed onto one beaches as as some of the other areas are. So that's why it's a popular spot with us locals.
Another favorite thing of mine, it is a beach, but it's actually a park. So we have John Beasley Park right there on Okaloosa Island, and it's one of my favorites because I do a lot of driving, and since I'm going out to 30A a lot, if I'm coming from the office in Fort Walton Beach, then I have a really convenient spot to stop and pee. I don't have to go to like a dirty gas station or something and don't have anybody asking me, did you buy something here? No, I just like pull off and I'm like, oh, let me stick my toes in the sand real quick. And I'm like, oh, okay, hi beach, oh, beautiful view. I go pee real quick. All right, now break's over.
And you're doing that in the bathroom that they have. They're not in the water where you're sticking your toes in?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it just depends on what kind of day it is.
And for those of you that are looking for a little bit less on the wave front, if you will, you don't want to be on the Gulf, you want something with a little bit less waves. They do have have the Gulf Island National Seashore.
Yep.
They own a little park up there on the north side, so you'll actually be kind of like just outside of the Sound, right inside of the spacing
like the
right now.
bayou, or?
The bayou, thank you. So you're not going to have all the crazy waves, and it does have a pretty lengthy sandbar there, so you can stay in ankle deep to knee deep water, depending on how tall you are, for a considerable amount of time.
Thanks for calling me out.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it. There's also some really cool, just to the west of that, if you are not renting a boat, I guess they have boat rentals there too, but if you're going on one of the boat trips that we have out here, so we've got the Cattywampus, that's the one I always remember because it's a funny name, and there's like 3 or 4 others that are dolphin tours and snorkeling tours and stuff like that. You've got all of them right there. They've got a big parking lot. You can, drag all your stuff to, have your beers and go on these cool tours. So if you're looking for that, we have it out here on the island as well.
Yeah, I want to touch more on that whole Gulf Islands National Seashore area because I love taking Sage over there. There's not as much like beach area, with like sand, but there's more water area. Like you said, there's a huge sandbar and it is very shallow, and the kids always seeing like crabs and little minnows and stuff. So you're not worried about sharks over there. You're not going to get dolphins super close by. There's just, enough sand basically to lay your towel down and have a small area if you want. And it's not as long of a walk. Anywhere that you park over there, which there isn't a ton of parking, but anywhere that you do park over there, it's not a very long walk to actually get to where you're going to set up. It's not like over on John Beasley or even some of like the Princess accesses where you have a long walk like from the parking lot either across all the sand to get to the beach area or over the boardwalk and then across the sand. It's nothing like that. It's literally like at least or at most half the distance of that before you actually get to the water. So another reason why it's really good if you have kids and like a bunch of stuff in tow for your kids, you're not carrying it such a super long distance.
All right, now talking about some of our favorite spots on Okaloosa Island outside of, the water activities. My favorite or our favorite restaurants, I think I'm going to have to go. So I'm torn. I am going to give a special shout out. I know that's not part of the rules. We didn't really have rules or whatever, but the Gulf is definitely my favorite, right? As far as overall everything, you've got tons of different seating options, nice outside bar, beautiful, beautiful views right there off the Sound. But I do have to give a special mention to Old Bay Steamer, which is probably one of my favorite seafood restaurants in the entire area when it comes to sit down fanciness. Like you are going to drop $100, $150, $300, maybe $400, depending on if you're drinking and things like that. It is fairly expensive, but it is absolutely phenomenal food. So those are kind of my big ones. What about you?
I really like Rockin' Tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the greatest food or anything, but it has like the best location.
And a sweet name.
Yeah.
And it's tacos.
And it's tacos. They've got a full bar. They've got this great outdoor seating area. You're looking right at the Gulf. They can close off the outdoor area so that you're not getting rained on and such.
And you're looking at the Gulf at an elevated view too, because it's on the second floor. So you're completely missing the volleyball nets and the action and all the people walking by. You're getting a phenomenal view.
Yep. And you don't have to change. So I really like it when I'm like taking Sage out, and Sage is my daughter, to the beach and we're hanging out over there and then we get hungry. I don't have to bring snacks and stuff. I can be like, okay, well, let's just go load up all this stuff into the car and then we'll walk right back, go upstairs to Rockin' Tacos and eat. I don't have to worry about anything else. And the food is great and the service is really wonderful. The last time we were there, it took a little bit longer for them to actually come and talk to us. I guess there was like some miscommunication or a lack of communication to tell people we were there. And Sage started getting a little hangry and they just brought her out like chips and dip or queso and salsa without me even asking, completely free. They were just like, we're so sorry. We know she's hungry. Do you mind?
That's awesome.
They just brought, I tipped her really well. I was like, thank you.
And they've got a pretty good drink menu for those of you that are looking for drinks. I believe one of their drinks is a blackberry jalapeno. I may be messing that up. It might be, I know it's a jalapeno something. I want to say blackberry was the other part into it.
Amazing.
And it was actually pretty good. I was a little surprised. Jalapeno in a drink? I don't really know, but no, it was pretty good.
I'm going to get that next time. I would say another thing that I really want to touch on for Okaloosa Island and things to do that is not the beach or that are not the beach is the Gulfarium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that place is amazing. You've got dolphins and seals and sea lions and like otters.
They have penguins there?
They do. They have penguins there. Yeah, it's so
little
cool.
tiny men in tuxedos walking around. So cool, little tiny birds,
Oh, and this huge aquarium inside that Sage loves going to. It's like kind of in the underground area of it, or I guess like main level, and it takes up this entire wall, and they've got sharks and all kinds of beautiful fish, and they're all swimming around, and the kids can like step up onto this step and then like kind of peer in, and it's super great. All the kids love it. You take them over there over and over and over. They're always going to see something new or, see something again that they forgot about. It's just a really, really good time. They're very kid-centric, I feel like.
Yeah, and if you have not worn out your children by this point and you're really looking to make sure that they crash out by 7 p.m. so you can have some evening drinks with your spouse or with your friends, another great place to take them is actually right across the street to the Adventure Zone. Mm-hmm. So they've got a ton of different stuff, everything from an arcade to a go-kart racing track, speedboat, bumper boat things, I think. And they even have a like 3-story climbing tower thing. They put you in a harness, don't worry, and you go through this obstacle course. You can do some putt-putt golf out there. I know last time I was out there, I wish I would have gotten some more footage. We could have shown you guys this. They were doing a little bit of construction, but they should be done by now. And it's a nice little like putt-putt course. Like I'm not a putt-putt expert, but I did shoot a hole-in-one on one of the holes. So
you're a liar.
No, I did. I really did.
Videos or it didn't happen.
And the last fish I caught was also this big. No, but that is a really good spot to wear out your kids, and then you can have a nice evening to yourself when they crash out early.
Nice.
All right, I think we went well over the time of the footage that we had. So those are just kind of our little favorite spots there. I hope this was helpful to you guys. As we've said in other videos before, if this is something that you like, you want to explore the area more, we do have playlists within our YouTube. So if you go on there, you can actually see. Just go on anything that says Fort Walton Beach or Destin, because the area we were just talking about is smack dab right in the middle of those two. So you can see about those two cities and see if that interests you. And if you are planning on moving, you know how to get a hold of us. It's all on the screen.
See y'all at the next one.
See ya.